bout of the evening is scheduled for three-minute rounds in the women's flyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This woman hails from Kansas City, Missouri with a record of 2 victories and 0 defeats. Representing Caveman Crew MMA, put your hands together for Razor Rayvon Haney. And across the cage out of the red corner, also by way of Kansas City, Missouri, with a record of 8 victories and 9 defeats, representing Ignite MMA, please welcome Julie Russell.
Yeah, as I was saying, Julie Russell looks to leave no doubt tonight that she won that first fight, and she wants to have it not go to the judges tonight and get the finish. She's going to have to come out and be a little bit more aggressive than the first time they fought. And they both, I would say, equally as confident that they can beat the other tonight in this rematch. A lot of activity so far for Rayvon Haney.
Yeah, a lot of activity, not a lot of shots landing just yet. But,
yeah.
I was expecting a little bit more of a feeling out process, being that these two have already fought before. They kind of know what each other has, where the danger zone exists at. So I would look for maybe a little slower pace, more technical bout from these two ladies because, although that's not exactly the style that Julie Russell usually employs, like I said, she is an absolute berserker, a marauder, and a head-hunting finisher. Fighting someone a little bit more methodical like Rayvon here, that might bring something a little bit different out of Julie Russell tonight.
Yeah, starting off a little similar to last fight, the more active fighter so far is Rayvon Haney. But there's Julie Russell just looking to set up her shots, come in, time the entry.
Our first look at the clinch action, very brief in the break.
And the blitzing style of Rayvon Haney, she'll just lunge at you and offer about 2 or 3.
She does a very good job, though, of making her second punch offline. She does a good job coming straight in. Second punch is offline, and the third one is on a different rhythm as the first two.
She's able to exit, very, very nicely. And Julie has a great head kick, too. When she lands it, she can, in spinning attacks, too. She's got some good offense. That was a left hand that landed pretty good for Rayvon Haney. Rayvon Haney saying that there's water in the cage. Referee notifies her that it's just sweat, and we continue fighting. Probably Hannibal Hector's sweat, if we're being honest.
Yeah, absolutely. We just had 2 heavyweights in there. There's probably all kinds of sweat dripping through this thing right now.
Looks like a good right hand by Julie Russell there.
Oh, wow. There is a ton of sweat in this ring right now.
Yeah, Rayvon's going to look to just, it's affecting her too. It's going to look to avoid that part of the octagon.
10 seconds left here in round number 1 of our first women's bout of the evening.
And we'll get that sweat taken care of in between these rounds, I'm sure. All right, so pretty active first round for Rayvon Haney. She landed some shots on Julie Russell. Affected, it looked like the right eye of Julie Russell a little bit with one of those shots. She recovered well. And the good thing is, we've said it all night, we'll get to know where they stand. And maybe that's why Julie wanted to come back and do it in the Synergy Cage in Kansas, so she can know just what the judges are doing right now, and she has that opportunity to find out if she's up or down.
Yeah, and sometimes that's that can be the real the real Achilles heel for not having open scoring. You know,
absolutely.
A fighter like Julie Russell, she's been around the game so long, and you know, you're very, very confident in yourself and the performance that you've had to, you know, and I don't want to say she didn't put in as much effort as she could have, but you know, sometimes you don't compete with as much urgency when you know, or you know in your heart, you feel in your heart that you're up on the cards.
Yeah, well said.
So, you know, this is what's so beautiful about a state like Kansas, a state like Colorado, who are doing things in the right manner, in my opinion, and allowing open scoring.
And did they, I don't know if they updated the score, so maybe she doesn't know after all. I'm sure we'll get those scores at some point from the judges. Rayvon Haney just continues with that blitzing style. She comes in, enters with a 2 or 3 combination, and then exits. And then she has great footwork on the outside. Julie Russell's just having a hard time corralling her, but then she did knock her down, it looked like, with a right hand.
All 3 judges giving Rayvon Haney the first round.
And this is where Julie Russell could potentially have the advantage. With a relatively new fighter like Rayvon Haney being on her back, that is a tough situation to be in. So now Julie Russell will look to work and advance this position, as it's the best one she's been in so far in this fight.
Julie Russell slowing down the action here on top.
Haney trying to get a triangle or potentially an armbar.
She's got a good loose armbar locked up. Now back on the triangle.
Yeah, good work off of her back so far by Rayvon Haney.
Up in the top lock here. This is a triangle-esque position. This is we call it the top lock. You know, it has both shoulders in.
Good job by Julie Russell to defend it. She's got her elbow, you know, under the chin a little bit, just kind of making it a little bit uncomfortable for Rayvon Haney right now.
Yeah, very
driving her.
Veteran move from Julie Russell right here. She's doing just enough to keep the ground control and stop the referee from standing them up, and stealing the round, in my opinion.
Yep.
That's the best way I can put this. You know, like I said, she's doing just enough to keep from getting it stood up, controlling, doing great job staying on top. But now Rayvon Freeman is climbing in the guard here. She's got a loose triangle position here. Now she's going to work to fish this angle all the way out. But Julie's doing a good job hiding her leg and preventing Rayvon from underhooking and getting into a deeper angle here.
Yeah, it looked like Julie Russell wanted to take her to the cage and kind of trap her head against the cage to rain off some ground and pound. But the activity off the bottom from Rayvon Haney, it puts Julie Russell in a dangerous position now. She's going to have to get out of this triangle and pass that guard. Looks like she's almost got her head out, but we're at 10 seconds. There she is.
10 seconds left. Stealing the round is Julie Russell.
Yep. She dropped her with a strike, Justin, and then was able to maintain that top position for the remainder of that second round.
Yep, absolutely zero adversity for Julie Russell in round number 2. Look for it to be tied on the scorecards going into round number 3.
And just like the first fight with these two ladies, it's close again. And it's going to come down to the third round for them to separate each other. This will be the 6th round they have faced off against each other, and they can't seem to separate themselves yet. We're in for a treat for the third round. Someone is going to have to steal this fight.
Oh, wow. Ladies and gentlemen, we have 2 judges giving Rayvon Freeman that round.
More activity off the bottom, Justin. That's the only thing I could chalk it up to, is she threw up some submissions, and Julie Russell didn't really land many damaging shots. It looked like she dropped her with a strike. It did not look like a slip, but you know, that could be enough to win the round in some judges' eyes, or the activity from the bottom must have been enough for these judges tonight to give it to Rayvon Haney in the second round.
I think you might be right. You know, very rarely do we see top control disregarded in the scoring sections. As a jiu-jitsu practitioner myself, you know, I can't say that I'm disappointed, but I am very shocked.
Wow. Good left hand by Rayvon Haney. But Julie Russell should know this, and she should know that she's got to go out and finish this fight on 2 judges' scorecards. You know, she's losing.
Yeah.
And it depends on how you look at it. You know, Julie Russell's been on the front foot the entire fight. She has brought the fight to Rayvon Haney because she's always going forward. It just depends on, you know, what your judging criteria is.
Well, if Julie Russell was not moving forward in a mixed martial arts contest, I don't believe she would be competing in one.
That's true. She is always looking to move forward.
Always pushing the pace, always looking to control the center of the cage.
She's got about 1:45 to work here, and she's got to get a finish in order to get this victory tonight. And the footwork by Rayvon Haney is it's on full display. She's able to throw some shots and then circle off away from Julie Russell. Julie Russell is having a hard time corralling her.
You know, and I'm just now noticing it, and I have to give a big shout out to Rayvon Freeman for matching the rash guard with her braids tonight. Looks incredible.
Looks like AD Palmore. And here's Julie Russell. She's got a minute left to work. She's got Rayvon Haney corralled against the cage. She's going to have to go for something here. She's going to have to go for a submission, get her down. And it looked like a cage grab by Rayvon Haney right there. The ref did acknowledge it. Rayvon Haney did grab the cage. But nothing will happen because Julie Russell still has the dominant position right now.
And you know, that's again, that's where I always side with referees like Marcio La Silva. You know, very clearly, we all saw the cage grab there. Referee acknowledges the cage grab. In my opinion, you're warned in the back. That should be an automatic point deduction.
Good knee right there by Julie Russell. And then she separates.
Rayvon waves her on after the knee.
20 seconds to go. She's going to have to lay it all on the line here. There's a nice head kick. Haney acknowledged it. And that's the head kicks I talked about. Julie Russell has fantastic kicks. She can get them up there pretty quick. And another good fight between these two ladies. They've shared quite a bit of cage time together, and it's always been a really close, competitive fight between them two. And based off of the judges' scorecards previously, it looks like Rayvon Haney is at least going to take the decision victory from 2 of the judges tonight.
Julie Russell with coaches Jason High and Zach Cummings embracing her tonight.
Fighters to the center, please. After 3 rounds, the decision is unanimous amongst our judges. Your winner out of the blue corner, Razor Rayvon